Right, welcome back to the channel. Following on from the last two episodes where we've been putting the carburetors back together. As you can see, everything is now on the bench. I've now removed the caps, so we're actually going to reassemble the actual rails. Everything's laid out how it should be. I've cleaned up the bar, the actual main bracket. I've given the bar a clean up as well. All the screws are laid out. The only thing I seem to be missing is the spring that goes on the end of here, so I'm going to have to get one of those. But we're actually going to, this episode we're actually going to get these carbs mounted back up and completed, and that'll be another job ticked off the list. After that, I've got a few more bits to do on the front end, which is still covered up, and then we can get back into the engine and get that finally put back together. So let's get cracking. Alright, so hopefully everybody can see there. Alright, so first of all, I'll install the caps. Obviously the ends cap I'll put in at the very last, but at the moment it's just the joining caps. So we can feed the bar through. And that's the last one, because obviously the stopper cap on the end goes on that one. So as you can see, they all just push in. So the next thing to do will be put the bracket on and then slide the bar through. Alright, so the first one's in. Next thing will be the joiners, which will fit between each one. Then you have the middle one, and then the M1. pushes into place. Alright, may have to loosen off the first one slightly. There you go, as you can see, then you push them together. Alright, now I can get 2 screws in there loosely. Just to hold that in place. Right, now we can slide that piece through. So that's in the right position, so when I stand these up and tighten them in, I should be able to clamp that in place. Right, next will be the main middle joiner. As you can see there, again just loosely with the screws. So that is 3 loosely fitted. Now we need to do the same with the last one. And try and wiggle the last one into place. That's the last one in. Now I can fit the last 2 screws. Again, just loose. So they've all gone in okay. Now we need to get this bar through this top section. Right, so now with the bar, make sure it's the right way round. You should be able to line the holes up, so that's the top screw there, second carb, the actual adjuster, and the third and fourth. Right, so I'm just going to gently feed this through. Right, so that's gone through the first one. As you can see, it's just coming out there, so that'll slide through that adjuster, then through the centre, and then I should be able to pull this all the way through to the end. Alright, so the bar's all the way through. All I need to do now is actually insert the bolts. Yep, they're all in the right place. Just used a small screwdriver just to align. You've got a bit of movement on them, so that one seems to be not want to play ball. There we go. And that's the last one in place. I just need to tighten these up. Alright, so these are 8mm. So let's just tighten that up. That's as far as it'll go, and then repeat the process for the next 4. Alright, so all the screws are tight, all in place. And we have movement on the mechanism, which is good. Right, next one to do, I'll leave the caps until last. Let's get this choke lever in. So I just need to undo. These go round the actual plungers. So we'll actually put the choke lever through first, and as we're sliding through, then slide these clamps on that hold the plungers. This is where it gets a bit tricky. Right, that's the first one. As you can see, the bar's gone through. These are just in loose. There it is there on the plunger. Right, so the next one is here. There's the bar. This is the one I need to find a screw for. Pops out for the last one. Just pull that back slightly. And that slides through. Right, so all I need to do now is just tighten these screws up. That will hold on the bar. Right, as I say, everything's working. You can see the plunger moving. Just need a screw for this one. Right, the other thing is the clamp. It's got a notch in the back, it actually fits in. That slides in nicely. In with the retaining screw. Right, the screw on the side. Now it's just tightening up these screws. So these are already tight, I just want to double check them. Happy with that. As I say, it's just a screw missing for that one. Alright, so I've still got the spring. The spring fits from there down to there. So that's the next thing to put on. So it just fits literally between the two. There we go, and that's in place. So I'm going to put this in for now. Obviously I need to get a spring for it. Alright, so let's get these caps on, and then we'll get the top caps on with the gaskets. Alright, so these end caps literally just pop in. Same for the other end. Right, last thing to do is I'll pull the gaskets out for the top caps, put the gaskets on, and then we can put the caps back on, and that will be the carburetors complete. So the only thing I have to do is that screw. I need to find a screw for that, but other than that, everything's back together. Happy with how it's gone. Any questions in the comments box below, I'll help you if I can. I've had to study the manual and go back over. The thing that did help me obviously was the video where I actually took them apart. That was quite helpful to help me put them back together again. So I'll pull these gaskets out, and then we'll pop the caps on. Right, so all the new gaskets ready to go. Alright, so that's the first one, and then it's just repeat the process for the other three. And that's it, all the caps back on. The only thing left will be the actual overflow pipes and the hoses for the fuel lines. They're all going to be replaced. But that should. No, happy with that. So that's just about it for the carburetors. So the carburetors I now put to one side. I know they're done. Obviously there's going to be some slight adjustments on some of the jets, etc. But that I can only do once I put them in and try them for the first time, and then we'll see how that goes from there. But it was nice to actually split that up into separate videos so people can get an understanding of how to put these things back together. I've taken the pointers that some people have said that, yes, I understand that there are people that are actually watching this that know what they're doing, have done it before and are helping me. But there are also people who are watching this that have never done this before and are trying to learn. So, and hopefully they're learning with me. Like I say, thanks for joining me on that one. Any comments in the comments box below? I appreciate all your feedback, all your comments. I do try to reply to as many or as all of them as possible. It does take me a while sometimes, but I do get there. But that's the carburetors cleaned, rebuilt, and basically ready to go back in when the time comes. So as I said earlier, join me again in the next episode where I'm back on the front end. I've got a few bits to have a look at and put on. A few bits have arrived. The front end mock-up, as I say, it's growing slowly as bits are starting to come through, but it's giving me an idea of how things are looking, how they go back together. But as I say, carburetors now will be wrapped up, put to one side until we get back to the point where the engine's actually in and we can fit the carburetors. But no, really pleased with how that's gone. Links to other videos, top left and top right, and join me again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.